Hi, this is Peter. In this video I will show you the game between Gerwaltz and Otto Bruemer. This game was played in Düsseldorf, Germany in 1910. In this game Gerwaltz had white pieces and he started with e4. Otto Bruemer played e6 and now not d4 but f4, a bit unexpected. And after c5 we have Sicilian defense. Knight to f3, knight to f6, e5, knight to d5, d3, g6, bishop to e2, bishop to h6, so bishop and knight are attacking the pawn on f4. Currently defended only once, so white is forced to play g3, castling kingside, h4, bishop goes back to g7, h5, knight to c6, c4, attacking knight, knight d to e7, and now because knight is gone, f-pawn doesn't need double protection anymore, so we have g4, b6, fianchettoing second bishop, knight to c3, knight has a dream to come to e4 and to assist with the attack on the king side, but Otto Bruemer played d5, taking control over e4 square. Bishop to d2, bishop to b7, h takes on g6, h takes on g6, and now very interesting idea, king to f2 by white. Perhaps in fact this is better plan than castling long, because the c file is ready to be opened anytime. So instead we have king to f2. King is going to be with his army because the attack is going to be on the king side. Black played a very logical continuation, d takes on c4, trying to open lines because the king is kind of in the middle of the board, but the problem with this move is that it drops the control over e4 square, and we have immediately knight to e4, not d takes on c4, but immediately knight to e4. Now c takes on d3, pushing the issue, and now this is the most interesting position from white's point of view. White played very interesting move in this position, and that is queen to f1. And in the game black played rook to e8. But first let's check what would happen if he took the bishop. That is the first move that comes to mind. If pawn takes bishop, then knight to f6 is winning. This is check. Bishop takes on f6. Now queen to h3. e1 queen check. Bishop takes on e1. To prolong the game, black would have to play queen to d2 check. Knight takes on d2. Rook f to d8. E takes on f6. Rook takes on d2 check. Bishop takes on d2. King to f8, queen to h8, knight to g8, queen to g7 check, king to e8, queen takes on g8 check, king to d7, queen takes on f7 check, king to d6, and say rook to h7, and white is easily winning in this position. Perhaps even rook to d8 would be possible in this position. Okay, and one more try here. If f5 is played, then e takes on f6 en passant, rook takes on f6, queen to h3, knight to d5 and f5, and white has very strong attack. So to avoid all this, Otto Bruemer played rook to e8, so king has some breathing room now. Queen to h3, And now this is very interesting. White is offering a draw here. If pawn takes bishop, then a knight to f6 check is a draw. Knight to f6, king to f8, knight to h7 check, king to g8, and the draw by repetition. But instead of taking the draw, black played knight to d5. Bishop takes on d3, knight to d4, knight to h4, queen to b8, and now perhaps knight to g5 comes to mind in this position, but white wanted to be more creative and played knight takes on g6. He was counting on black not playing the best defense, and he didn't have to wait long to see results. F takes on g6, queen to h7 check, king to f8, queen takes on g6, rook to e7, knight to f6, rook to f7, and now white played rook to h7, excellent move. Knight to b4, bishop takes on b4, c takes on b4, and now there's another problem. Rook is coming to c8, to c1, excuse me. In this position, after rook to c1, the best move is perhaps queen to d8. That would offer the most resistance, because queen to d8 would pin the knight. If knight to queen to d8, if knight to h5, then queen to h4 is very unpleasant check. Instead, in this position we have bishop to c6, so bishop is coming to e8 to attack the queen. Knight to h5, bishop to e8, but in this position black missed a move here, because white has a move that wins the game for him, and that is rook takes on g7, exchange sacrifice. Rook takes on f4 check doesn't work, because after knight takes rook, bishop takes queen, rook c to c7, and now king is in a mating net. So the only move to prolong the game is queen takes on c7, but now we have simply rook takes on c7, bishop takes on d3, knight takes on d3, rook to d8, and instead of winning pawns, better move king to e3, centralizing the king. Knight to b5, rook to c4, rook to d5, king to e4, rook to d7, knight takes on b4, rook to c7, rook takes on c7, knight takes on c7, knight to d3, knight to d5, knight to f4. Of course, exchanging knights would only benefit white, so black played knight to c7, but after g5 black resigned. There's completely no defense here. Well, this is eventually for this pawn white will trade knights, and king is closer to the center. King to d4, king to c4, king to b5. So this is easily winning endgame for white. And that is all. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the next ones. Thanks for watching. Bye.